everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to unlock the final set of tribe quests rather, in A Realm Reborn. Hello there, Scarlet. I hear you have an issue for me to deal with. A Bad Bladder. Lieutenant Scarlet's feathers seem ruffled by some grave news out of the Twelves Wood. Lieutenant Lanzi, we have ourselves a situation. Our scouts out at Ehcatl Spire have sent word that the Ixal are attacking their position. They report that they have already weathered a sudden strafing run by one of the Birdmen's blasted war balloons, and casualties were high. Have you ever seen these Beastmen dirigibles? The Ixal stocked them with explosive munitions and rain hell on their targets below. Even should they float within bow range, their balloon skins are thick and difficult to penetrate, though it can be done. Thus, the spires we constructed throughout the Twelves Wood are Gridania's first line of defense against an assault from the air. 'Tis frustrating indeed, then, that the recent conflicts have left them undermanned. I need you to head into the North Shroud immediately and lend your strength to the garrison at Ehcatl Spire. I am certain Captain XIV will appreciate the help. Alright then, on to Ehcatl Spire, out to the North Shroud. Let's take the Aetheryte. Oh goody, arrive out in North Shroud and we've got gloom weather, which means a super rare world boss fate is currently up. I'm not going to worry about it for now. We'll get to that eventually. Hello, XIV. Lieutenant Scarlet sent you say? Praise Nafaga. Though I believe the worst of the danger has passed, what few soldiers I command are both wounded and weary. 'Twas a well-placed shaft that was our salvation. A private's arrow managed to punch a hole clear through the balloon's air bladders, forcing the XIV vessel to flounder down into the trees. Ha! You could hear the squawking from here. I must admit, however, to feeling a moment of dread at the thought of that war balloon slipping past and drifting over the city walls. Thank the gods and a certain private that such a fate did not come to pass. Nevertheless, we are in no shape to repel the Ixal should they prove able to press the attack. Pray head north into Peace Garden and see what has become of their downcraft. Alright, let's go do that. Let's go check on this downed dirigible. Make sure the Ixal are not ready to mount an attack on us. Alright. We got some debris over here. God, the entire thing is just crashed into the water. Don't think that's going back up anytime soon. Good work knocking out that balloon, seriously. Alright, well, we got some stuff to take a look at. Let's bring it back to XIV. Hello there, XIV. I bring to you some debris. Did you find the downed balloon? Was the vessel yet sound? It looked pretty bad, honestly. I'm not sure if this came from the Birdman's craft or was part of another contraption entirely. There can, however, be no doubt that it is of Ixali design. War balloons, such as the one you saw, were invented by the Ixal to assert their dominance over the skies. These vessels allow them to avoid our ground-based patrols and infiltrate the Twelves Wood with impunity. And the Beastmen use them not only for acts of war, but also to haul away the trees felled by their ever-expanding logging operations. 'Twas to combat this unwelcome and destructive presence that we built guard towers throughout the forest, though I imagine the Ixal were quite displeased to find our borders thus reinforced. In fact, the primary purpose of this day's attack may well have been the destruction of Ehcatl Spire itself. I am torn, Lieutenant. We must not weaken our defenses here, but I would be certain our enemy does not lurk nearby, awaiting an opportunity for sabotage. I would ask you to once more visit the crash site and search the surrounding area for signs of our foes. I pray that my concerns are not more than the anxious workings of a tired mind. Alright, let's get back over to the war balloon. See if we can't track down the Ixal before they end up mounting an attack. Alright, let's see. Looks like there actually is stuff over here to take a look at. An Ixali storage pot? Squawk! Get away from there, no feathers! Ours to dismantle war balloon is. Touch what is ours, you must not. Rights of salvage, yes? Rights of salvage. Enough! So much squeaking and cawing when threatened nothing, featherless one has. Squawk! Chief Totolok! Hold part we sought. No feathers does. Search through wreckage for nothing we did. Weak-bellied fledgling, calm down you will. Speak with featherless one, Ixal shall. Could you be artisan? No, clothing all wrong it is. Garb for honest work it is not. Squawk! Raise your weapon not. Ixal we are, but not same kind that attack your tower. Balloon part you took. Value to you is little, yes? Have it from you we would. Not by force, no, and not for nothing. We make deal, yes? Inside gates you come. Show you our work in return, Ixal shall. But chief, mean to let featherless one inside you cannot. Spread our secrets she will. Squawk! Question chief you will not. Ixal's decision it is. Shut screechy beak before plucked and strung from nearest tree branch you are. Fierce look featherless one has. Look forward to next meeting, Ixal does. Listen well, no feathers. If chief's trust you betray, flay skin from worthless bones we shall. Interesting. We're being invited in. Alright. Well, in that case, let's go see what's up. I'll never be one to squander a chance for peace, and it sounds like, at the very least, they're not immediately hostile, which is promising. Alright, so you are Ixal Totolak, you said? Brave you are to walk into Ixal Den. No such camp existed, you did not, eh? Now, have that balloon part in your name, Ixal would. Sure. My name is Satora Lanzi. Yes, yes, squawk! Search long for this we have. Thank you, Satora Lanzi. Know you what this is, It is special stone used for making instruments to read speed of wind. Only found in Xelphatol, very rare. Even clever Ixal cannot build such instruments without it. Squawk? Seem confused you do. You wonder why Ixal would not go to Xelphatol and fetch stone himself, yes? Tell you why, Ixal will. We are not like Ixal of Natalan and other places. No fighting with forest people. Outcasts we are. Call ourselves Ehcatl 9. Impressive, yes? Had nicer sound than Ehcatl 20 or so. But one purpose we have, to fly free like wind. For war with forest people or pleasing greedy goddess we care not. Fixed on the heavens our eyes are. Okay, so you don't wish to cause harm to us. You just want to fly? You don't want to serve Garuda? I think we have a chance for peace here. Certain quests employ an automatic level adjustment system known as Quest Sync, which adjusts the difficulty and experience rewards to our current level. Please note that when accepting certain quests, a message will appear indicating that you may not proceed with a class or job that is different from when you accepted the quest. In this case, changing your class or job will prevent completion of the quest's objectives. So this is a system that they eventually introduced and backported to some older content. But it is basically a way to let the experience and difficulty of quests scale with your level, so that quests will stay reasonably difficult even as you level up, and also give reasonable rewards even as you level up. Okay, so let's see, my lowest level crafter is 56, and we need to be a crafter in order to do the Ixal quest. Ixal appears eager to share more of his work with you. The crafting portion of this quest is recommended for disciples of the hand level 1 and above. A strange face you make, Satora. Burning with questions you are, yes? So, what is the Ehcatl 9 exactly? Make myself clear I did not, eh? Only natural your suspicion is. Many Ixal would simply kill Featherless One and leave corpse for vultures. But think like bird-brained Natalan zealots, clever Ixal and his crew do not. Endlessly wasteful this war with forest people is. Waste of time, waste of resources. Ehcatl 9 is a group of thinkers, of crafters. This place, Ehcatl, is a place for building dreams. To fly higher than any other is Ehcatl 9's dream, but before we can fly, make wings we must. Good at making things you are, yes? No culinarian wouldn't see one, Ixal does. Way of moving, way of looking. Ka ka ka! Clothing had Ixal confused at first, though. Creating much better than destroying, yes? Both Ixal and Featherless ones agree on that, they can. Have Satora create something for Ehcatl 9, Cecil would. Build many things we can, but not everything is possible in a remote camp like this. You know a place called Fallgord Float, yes? Fine crafting facility they have. Perfect for making airship hull interior components. Potent adhesive agent is component Cecil needs. Strengthen hull integrity and keep vessel from falling apart at will. Place order for raw materials with Keekern Merchant in Fallgord Float Cecil has. Satora need only speak to Junkmonger, spend own coin you need not. Squawk! A surprise for you Cecil has! Protect and support hands when crafting tricky airship components, these gloves will. Even clever culinarian needs help from time to time, eh? Come back soon, Featherless one. Yeah, this is about to be extremely silly. I love that the crafting tribe quest you can do as any crafter. So, it is never really the case where a crafting quest for tribe quest will call for a culinarian. And yet, here we are, cooking up in our frying pan airship components. Alright, for any and all of the Ixal Ehcatl 9 quests, we do need to have the Ehcatl wrist gloves equipped. No other gloves will be allowed. These are required in order to actually do the Ixal crafting. Master Merchant welcomes welcome customer. Birdman Chief tell Master Merchant of chief makings. You take things for making and go to place for making things. You find making place at side of inn, not inside. Master Merchant thinks you have no time for thinking. Birdman Chief seems ready to burst at seams. Hildegard will give you helpful help. Thank you there, friend. We got the components, and you said we need to talk to Hildegard on the side of, not inside, the inn. Don't question me, Wood Whaler. I'm not doing anything weird. I'm not working with the Ixal or anything. Everything is perfectly fine. Hello there, adventure. Come now, I can hardly hear you. I said hello there. Also, I appreciate to see another person also doing the Ehcatl 9 quest as a culinarian. It's always funny. It is always hysterical. What's this? You wish to make use of our workshop? Well then, seeing as you're a first-timer, allow me to give you a brief explanation of what we seek to accomplish here. As I'm sure you are aware, Eorzea is populated with a plethora of artisans who create a range of wonderful wares. This workspace was created with just such a diversity of craftswomen in mind. No matter your profession, our facility is designed to allow simply anyone to bring in their materials and produce goods that demand an exquisite degree of precision and polish. Our small operation here at the Bobbing Cork is only temporary until we secure a more permanent residence, but I assure you that everything is fully functional. Now, what exciting project has brought you to me this fine day? Working on the interior of the hull of an airship, actually, a custom-built one. You don't need to know whose airship it is. What have we here? Ah, such a strange coincidence that you should happen to arrive bearing the very same rare materials that... Hildegard, have you any word on my delivery? And who might this lady be? And why does she hold the component materials that I ordered? This is outrageous. You cannot simply swoop in and snatch up the wares I reserved a moon in advance. Please, Master Tataramu, you misunderstand. This adventurer brought along these materials herself. Just brought them along, did she? Poppycock, what would a gill-grabbing mercenary need with an airship hull component materials? Only a master engineer with the highest level of skill would be capable of utilizing the potential of such specialized items, and I highly doubt that anyone besides myself would have a use for them. I shall be gracious, however, and allow that you are some manner of artisan. Pray tell, what exactly do you intend to craft with those materials? An airship! I am, of course, ignoring the fact that your efforts will invariably result in a botched job and wasted resources. Master Tataramu, this is hardly gentlemanly conduct. Shall I offer to view the finished product, then? Go ahead, madam, craft your wares and I shall appraise the quality of your work, free of charge. Someone's stuck up. Master Tataramu, I shall become cross with you if you continue in that tone. Here are your materials, miss. I am sure whatever you create will be absolutely splendid. Alright, should we choose to assist the Ehcatl 9 in their engineering efforts? we will be called upon to make use of special crafting facilities. The first step in using one of these crafting facilities is to present the raw materials to the workshop supervisor. After preparing the workspace, the supervisor will then return to you the exact amount of materials required for your specific task. We will next be allotted a certain amount of time in which to complete the synthesis. Should our synthesis efforts prove unsuccessful, speak with the workshop supervisor once more to retrieve excess materials and renew our access to the crafting facility. And yes, the crafting recipes for Tribe Quest are in a special menu in the crafting log. Not too hard to find, thankfully. We must be a disciple of the hand to accept or complete Ehcatl 9 tribal quests. Items required to complete these quests can only be synthesized after equipping a pair of Ehcatl wrist gloves. Experience points earned by completing these quests will be allocated to our current class. The amount of experience awarded upon completion can be viewed in our journal and will automatically update in the event we change our class. Okay, let's get going. So, I'm not a fan of the exact way that it is handled for the Ehcatl 9. I don't believe it is necessarily a bad setup, but it's not a great one, to be honest. The later crafting tribes handle the crafting actually much better, I think. For one, there won't be a required piece of equipment. Additionally, you won't have these weird specialized crafting facilities that you need to deliver the materials to and then retrieve from them just to craft under a time limit. Later tribes will handle this much better, I think. But for now, I don't think it's that bad, honestly. Craft away, madam. I will be waiting to appraise the results of your expertise. Well, I finished up the interior components just fine. All done, are we? Now let's have a look at the travesty you've made out of. Gods be good! I can scarce believe it. The craftsmanship is exemplary. And you say this component is to be used in the construction of an airship? I cannot even imagine what type of hull you mean to build. Tell me, adventurer, who commissioned this work from you? I must know. It is top secret. My client, I presume, would value their privacy, so I prefer not to say. A curious reluctance. What harm can come of revealing a client who builds airships, unless... There was an odd rumor making the rounds amongst the engineers at the company. They say a group of Ixal had carved out a secret camp in the Black Shroud and were conducting trials for some kind of secret weapon. I had thought it idle gossip at the time, but it would appear the tale had merit. After all, your excelling master seeks to craft an airboat or vessel of war. I will not allow it. Transforming the wonder of air travel into a means for delivering death is blasphemy of the highest order. Oh dear. But Master Tataramu, what do you mean to do? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna march right into that secret camp and give those blasted birdmen a good telling off. You'd best stay out of my way. Oh, a telling off, huh? But you cannot simply... When it comes to airships, I'm afraid Master Tataramu's passion overpowers his capacity for common sense. I wonder if he even has any idea where he's going. Here, you'd best take your finished component and complete the delivery. Your appraiser appears to have forgotten it in his haste to rush off and chastise the Ixal. Are we sure he's gonna be a threat? Just who is Master Tataramu? I could tell you, but that wouldn't be very exciting now, would it? Perhaps you might ask him yourself. God, I hope he gets lost on the way there. God, I hope he gets lost. I really hope he gets lost. This could be an issue. I don't want it to be an issue. Oh dear. Alright, well, let's get back into the camp. Hello there, Cecil. We might have a slight problem. I tried to keep it secret who I was working for, but... Squawk, squawk! Returned you have. Able to craft component you were? I was. Made this you did? Yes, serve us well this will. Begin construction on hull we can. Rah! Oh no. I finally found you. I never realized just how big this forest was. Who is small, angry, featherless one? Someone with a lot of passion and not a lot of sense, it seems. Never mind who I am, 'tis you who are on trial here. Are you not the Ixal master who seeks to build a death-dealing airship and bring war and destruction to Gridania? Have you no respect for the virtuous field of engineering your uncouth plan will irretrievably sully? Weapons on an airship, simply monstrous. Squawk! Mind your tongue, you shall. Making airships with weapons, Cecil is not. Been telling tall tales, someone has. Do not try to deny it. I have seen how the Ixal stole our technology to build those horrendous war balloons. Your kind know not but killing and mayhem. Squawk! Blather too much, angry one does. See's not enough. Look at design under own feet, you should. This schematic, it contains elements of both dirigible and airship. I've never seen the like. Hybrid vessel Ixal it is. Fly very high it shall. Ceiling altitude of 5,000 yalms. 5,000 yalms! That's impossible! An unattainable fantasy! Why, even Master Garland's Enterprise cannot reach such heights. You speak of visiting the heavens themselves. Yes, the heavens! Rap on God's front door we shall. Knock knock! Ehcatl, floating continent of legends it is, high above clouds, place where Cecil's ancestors once lived. Return to Ixal's lost paradise we shall, all-consuming goal of Cecil's people it once was. But the stream, shared now by too few it is, rather worship mad goddess Garuda and squabble with featherless ones Natal and Ixal would. Waste of life, Cecil says, help Ehcatl 9 build balloon airship hybrid and reach for distant sky other Ixal should. What an incredible idea! You have such vision! Such zeal! Cecil, I have misjudged you! You must let me work with you! I will see this dream of yours become reality! Squawk? Wish to join Cecil's crew you do? Do you? Possess some skill at crafting, do you, yes? Yes, I have studied airship design most extensively, and though my practical experience is admittedly limited, I vow there are none who match my passion for the craft. Important passion is, but knowledge too you must have. Work you as hard as others, Cecil will. Be spared for your size you will not. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Tataramu at your service. Wow. Okay, I misjudged Tataramu. Alright, I'm impressed with how quickly you turned around on this. I'm genuinely impressed. Adventure. Satora, is it? I apologize for my earlier outburst. I spoke out of turn. I hope that you can forgive me and that you choose to lend your formidable skills to this wonderful endeavor. Oh, don't worry. I already intend to. And what of Satora? Impressed with work Cecil is. Enjoy crafting with Cecil's gloves, did you? Like second skin, yes? Protect hands, but allow artisan to make delicate and difficult movements they do. Agree to help Ehcatl 9 build Ixal, and let Satora keep gloves, Cecil will. What say you, featherless one? Sprout wings and fly with us, yes? Sprout wings? I will. Afraid of heights I am, but I will sprout wings with you. Squawk! Feathers of the spirits we share. Hard to imagine to look at us now it is, but an age when Ixal flew on power of their own wings there once was. Sad then that wrath of elementals we incurred. Banished from forest and stripped of gifts of flight we were. With younglings hatched outside of forest something wrong there was. Stunted their feathers were, but lost desire to soar Ixal never did. In place of lost wings, great balloons Cecil's forefathers made. Such ingenuity! Seek to continue their legacy Ehcatl 9 does. But forgotten joy of crafting own wings Natal and Ixal have. Grovel instead to goddess they do, grovel and beg. Fools, grant them new wings Garuda never will. Seek only to increase her might the goddess does. Always more sacrifices, always more crystals. Nothing more than slaves Natal and Ixal are, but not Ehcatl 9, no. Soar once again we shall, within Ixal our salvation, our waking dream lies. Work hard and see history written, Satora shall. Alright. It is good to be working with you. We have achieved neutral reputation with the Ehcatl 9. Ixal tribal daily quests are now available from Yazil Ahwatan, the Able at Ehcatl. Delivery quests are also available from the Ehcatl 9 Mantiple. Furthermore, we may now purchase wares from the Ehcatl 9 vendor. In the case that you misplace your Ehcatl wrist gloves, a new pair can be purchased from the same vendor. Thanks to our efforts, construction of the Desol Quadon's hull has begun. Continue assisting the Ehcatl 9 to see the airship hybrid reach completion. I'm excited. I really like the Ixal quests. Alright, before we close out for today, the Ixal quests are going to be quite a bit different from the other quests since these are crafting based. And they're also going to be quite a bit different from any later crafting tribe quests. Oh, it's very, very different. There's aspects I like and aspects I don't like about the Ixal quest, but we'll get into it as we get into it. But let's see real quick. We can purchase a variety of basic crafting supplies from the vendor here, as well as replacement Ehcatl wrist gloves in case we lose them. As we proceed through the Ixal questline, we'll unlock more and more things from the vendor, including a ton of crafting materials that can normally only be purchased with Grand Company seals from your Grand Company. This is going to be a fantastic source of endgame crafting materials for a Realm Reborn endgame crafting, if you don't have enough Grand Company seals. But we'll get into that as we get into that. For now, the bird is the word, and next time we visit the Ixal, we're going to be completing their first tier of quests, of daily quests, and progressing their storyline. It is also worth noting that they are a significantly longer storyline than the others we have dealt with so far. While the other tribes have been about 3 steps, 3 tiers of quests, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 tiers to the Ixal tribe, twice as long as the others. It's going to be a long journey to build this airship. So, we're going to get started on it next week. For now, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we are catching up on those seasonal events that we fell very far behind on. Specifically, tomorrow we've got Valentiones Day 2024. I say in the middle of April as of this recording, and late May as of the time it comes out. I'm sorry we're so far behind. I promise we'll catch up. I'll see everyone next time for that.